Okay, so I've been getting asked a lot, like, how do you stay on top of it all? How do you do it all? And what I want to tell you is having systems and rhythms in place every single day. And something that I truly, truly believe deep down to my core is that if you do not have an easily maintained home, then it's going to be really hard to do the other things that you desire to do. It's going to be hard for you to feel good about taking that time for yourself. And so, my belief is that an easily maintained home is going to allow you to create a life that you love, especially with kids in tow. So, my little mom life pep talk today is all about creating a home and a space that is easy for you to maintain. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about where I've started because I didn't just start with like this completely clutter free home. Now, when we had our first baby, I was 19 years old at the time. I got pregnant when I was 18. I had her when I was 19. And everybody and their dog thought that they needed to give us a gift, a toy, clothes, whatever it was. And pretty soon I found ourselves in this tiny apartment crammed with stuff. And I will say I've always been one that really likes tidy spaces and never really knowing why. But I think that cleaning has always been like one of my coping mechanisms to just that's just one thing that I was in control of all throughout my childhood. And so I really took that to heart and I still love having a clean space now. But I really struggled getting rid of things. I struggled with hauling things to the donation center because one, I spent money on that. And two, what if I need it one day? What I didn't realize is that was very much being in the scarcity mindset. And what I had come to realize is that there are so many studies on clutter. So if you want to look them up, there's one that UCLA did. Like there's a whole bunch of studies out there. But having a cluttered home takes a huge effect on your mental health. And I didn't realize this. And I struggled hardcore to get rid of things. And so, is what I had to start doing was pulling myself out of that scarcity mindset. What if I need this one day? Well, have I used it in the past 6 months? Absolutely not. So, is there a good chance I might not need it again in the next 6 months? Absolutely. And if I absolutely need it again in 6 to 12 months from now, at that point, I'll buy it again instead of packing it around from house to house or wherever we're moving or shuffling it around in a bin, in a drawer, closet, wherever it is. And so now I'm able to go through my house with quite a vengeance of getting rid of things that are no longer serving me and not having as much emotional attachment to those things. But you have to create a space that is easy for you to maintain if you want a life that feels good. Because if you are constantly trying to keep up on your home, trying to pick up, trying to do all the things in your house, when are you making time for yourself? When are you enjoying time with your kids without thinking about that laundry list of items to do inside? Maybe the dishes piled up in the sink. Maybe you have 50 loads of laundry to do. Maybe there's toys scattered from hell to breakfast. If that's the case, it's time to let go. It's time to simplify. And I just want to drop you like one little tip here that helped me get started. One, starting in non emotional areas like the bathroom and the kitchen was really helpful. Two, when I started getting in those spaces of a little bit more emotional items, and even the kitchen, I got emotional about some of those items, but I would put it in the box, I would tape it shut, and I would tell myself I couldn't look at in it. Again, I would put it in the shop. I would let it sit for a few days. And if I did not look for a single item that I could not find, like if there was an item I couldn't find and I was like, gosh dang it, it's in that box and I had to pull it out, great, that item got to stay. Never had that happen once. Put it in the box, tape it shut, promise yourself you're not going to look at it for a few days. After that few days, pop it in your car, get rid of it ASAP. That is what helped me get started. Now I can throw stuff in that box. I've had a pile sitting in my room for a couple days that I need to just get out to my car, and I just haven't done it yet. But I'm not pulling things back out of it. I used to walk by and I'd see like a sweater I put in the box, and I'd be like, oh, but I do kind of like that. And I'd like pull it back out and hang it back up. Do not do that. And if you do it, don't judge yourself for it. Like, allow yourself to go at your own pace, but really start here with creating a home that's more easily maintained. And when you start simplifying closets, now I will preface this as well with I like clothes. So I don't have the simplest of all closets, but I have clothes that I love in my closet. So if you're not a clothes lover, start there. get rid of things that don't fit, that you don't love putting on. I've started to notice how clothes make me feel when I put them on. You get to decide. And so, really go through your house, start to think about the things that you don't use, what would make it more easily maintainable, get your kids involved. My kids now will get rid of their own toys. And I'm also going to say it's been really hard to respect their decisions on some of the toys that they want to get rid of. It kind of makes me cringe just a little bit, like, oh, but I like that one. No, I allow them to stick behind their decisions and I back them up. Put it in the box, tape it shut, haul it away, and pretty soon you're going to do it again and again and again and again, year after year. I'm now 2 years in, and now I can go through my house with a vengeance. I'm actually still surprised at how much shit I can get rid of, but just start somewhere. Start somewhere small. So today, my challenge for you would be start in the bathroom. Go get rid of anything that's expired. I will tell you that lotions that have expired will give you hives. I have experienced that myself. So if anything's expired, get rid of it. And I will be back for the next Mom Life Pep Talk.